Isabel. My love. You were dead. I saw your body.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
It's you, isn't it? You're the talk of this place, you know? I'm Isabel. And this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? That's a very good question. I know some parts. Some I haven't quite figured out. But I'd like to tell you everything I know, if you'll have us at your camp later. I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise. Very good. We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aylin! We'll see you later.
Thanks for watching out for me. the shadows.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. But
Now you will leave us.
Like your mind wants you dead. Fonnard. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long. Nathaniel.
The Shadow, there are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an Illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. No.
You prevailed, my friend. Now your path takes you to Baldur's Gate. But I cannot join you. Out there, the curse still thrives. I failed this place. Now I must remain behind, and stand watch over it. This isn't what I wish. It's simply the way it has to be. I'm sorry.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I wonder if the gods are watching me.
You helped me escape this hellspit. Then took down the heart of Moonrise, Ketheric himself. Oh, I'm impressed. And I'm not a man easily impressed. Indeed. You're worth 10 of my own crew. That is clear to see. I underestimated you. Kept who I was and who I represent from you. But I see now that was a mistake. I am Wolbrin Bongal, leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes. No doubt you've heard of us.
We are inventors of the highest order, matched, perhaps, but never surpassed by the Gondians at the High House of Wonders. But our forebears were foolish, complicit with Saravok's madness over a century past. And so, we were banished. We still are to this day. The very one. It's the only mistake the Iron Hand Gnomes ever made. And it cost us everything. I have fought tooth and nail to restore our reputation. Particularly against the Gondian detractors who live in glass houses.
I filled appeals, pleaded with the High Artificer himself. They've refused us time and again. Now, however, I will make them listen. Plenty. Find me in the city and help us save Baldur's Gate from itself.
It's like you're mine.
Where did I leave that damn hammer?
Stone says it is one floor down to the left.
Thanks, of course. And
You are welcome.
I have something to ask.
Just tell me what you need. Lady, light away.
It's finally time for the Iron Hand Gnomes to come home.
the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric, but Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Says it is one floor down to the left. You are welcome.
The Absolute has delayed my plans, but only that. Nothing changed.
You need to eat before we head off, alright?
Yes.
Do you have anything to eat?
No.
It's finally time for the Iron Hand Ghost to come.
Horrible than you can imagine.
Intactly!
Sort you out for dinner. How does the stone read?
The way is clear. The light has shown the way.
Good. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Something good here, I
We'll
hope.
say.
Did I need damn hammer?
Says it is one floor down to the left.
Thanks, Nichols. And a stone.
You are welcome.
It's all coming together. I can hardly believe it.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? You sound like my father. But it was more than that. This was no mere attraction. It was love. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster. Giggle almost erupts from your throat. This moment strikes you as terribly funny.
Mine curse has become thine! Alack!
joy fades as quickly as it came.
The shadow still taints the land. Perhaps we could have lifted it, had we? The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road. The shadow curse still taints the land. Perhaps we could have lifted it, had we tried. Dum wieder est. The Absolute's armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Ketheric is defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow. Though however deep your pain, it cannot compare to Halsin's.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, But tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. Hardly. I'm more than glad to leave that place behind. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorceress Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Indeed. The journey awaits. One foot in front of the other is tried and true, I find. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
best to put my hands on everything.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prism and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest, orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join my power.
We're under attack. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help. It's not over. Come to the skull. I'm under attack. the skull.
Help us.
Don't want to draw any attention. Path lies before. All right, time to skulk about.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger. The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved the Asuma Night Soul from her soul cage. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. Look around you. We are at war. Fight with me. Your future depends on it. Together, we can turn the tide. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute. I suppose it was considerate of you not to bring it up before, and I ask that you do not judge me for it now. I was someone once, someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power. He refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my home on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Blackith. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not? I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control. Consider using the tadpole. Your evolution will be a benefit to us both.
What's inside?
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
To rest soon.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Moving ahead. No traps, please.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. That's the first thing I did. Mum always said to look for a temple if I needed help. But they said they couldn't help me. Because of the circumstances. That's what they said. Hi. I'm still looking for my mum, but, thank you for helping me. You were really nice.
More for me.
my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
But if you do insist on continuing to be difficult,
the investments are getting started.
Nearly there now. You can see the city.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Not if they're trying to help themselves to other people's property. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. You cast some kind of fell magic on me. Do you think me a fool? Zenobia, that was an attempted assault on my person. Time to do what I paid you for.
I suppose you're right. Come on, boys. Let's beat that magic out of them.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me? Duh. But if that's what it takes to get them out of my house, fine. Get on with it.
I see those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next? Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you? Make it quick if you can. I don't like the way he's looking at us.
If the guild come asking, I'll be making it very clear that you took it upon yourself to kill their thugs. I had nothing to do with it. So you should probably get away from the scene of the crime. You said you'd get rid of them, and I believed you. More fool me. Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Careful. Refugees for hire. That's right. Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
That's why we need to hold just a little more. Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the...
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it?
Can't.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Nearly there now.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to. We told our son that this is a holiday.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now. You're free to go. This time. But next time you won't be so lucky.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
What in the hell was that? Felt like an earthquake, as if I didn't have problems enough already. Can't risk being in open view.
There's an invitation behind its great brown eyes.
No, incapable. Not for you to know. Well, come close. Your mind to mine. Are you satisfied? You're so very welcome. Now, you must have better things to do than hang around in a stable, surely. Leave it alone while you still have the chance. All I wanted was a bit of hay, a good brushing, and a clean stall. The simple life. Is that so much to ask?
You'll be in a big...
Don't waste a step.
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking.
Be quiet. Move with care. Another step forward. Seems like the best way.
Activity.
Better than nothing.
With haste.
Donations? Do you not have eyes? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. These folks' empty bellies and purses need healing more than anything, priest. Very giving of you. Now go waste someone else's time.
I'm paid to take down...
Aldarians! Stand
with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city. Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
Got ya! Too slow!
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Charity is a luxury, fickle occasional gestures from guilty hearts. I run a business. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you cannot eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold. Difficult to get a good day's trade done when I'm expected to keep watch for Shadowheart at the same time. Who knows when she'll finally turn up. There is an enterprise within the city that I help to support. I know I said I wasn't given to charity, but this place is dear to my heart. I'd tell you more, but they value discretion above all. As do I.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
They've got diseases. And any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't.
Don't pay me any mind now.
Lord on the Rack, give me patience. These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
I'm busy.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
Oh, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels, champ.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy. Oh, trust me. Your eyes say it all. Everyone wants to pet him.
Some of us don't.
Isn't he just? I'm so very glad they let animals in the camp. Means Biscotti can be kept away from that awful war.
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy. Give me strength.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? A word of advice, then. You might not get as warm a welcome as in days gone by. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. That might be the simplest approach. Unfortunately, not everyone sees it that way. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. What peace. If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, they'll bleed us dry. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? You think there's a better way? Such sickening naivety. But I will cure you of it.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
So Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
Bex died. Bex is dead. I'm alive, but for what? I'm no one without Bex.
Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to.
Back off! I found these apples first.
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hid him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah.
If we do nothing, the innocent will suffer just as
Look at that! Fine as pie that fruit could have made. Mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Then we should end it on our terms, not hiding in fear.
Cazador's nest of serpents must be exterminated. Nothing less will do.
And if our children still live, what will happen to them if we attack?
You're talking to the wrong hunter. You need to see Ulma.
To act for all our sakes.
I'll destroy Rechtei Hathran Rust.
Welcome, friend. You find us on a solemn day. There is no need. All are welcome to remember the fallen.
Frey, Valdisk Durovna. Frey, Vald Iskablast.
Our tribe left camp on a rescue mission. Only Alma and those you see here returned. They could not.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
I will say no more. It's not my tale to tell.
No. That shame is mine alone. We would not normally tolerate outsiders at a time like this. The Slayer of Ketheric Thorn. Well, these are strange times indeed. No, a pity. The head of the shadow-cursed warlord would have made a fine trophy. But perhaps I can interest you in claiming another prize. It is a solemn task. One this city forces us to undertake time and again. Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, His foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future.
We are monster hunters all. Our purpose is to kill beasts like these. But in our haste to save our little ones, we were rash. We charged straight into an ambush.
They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketheric could. If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
I know tears will not bring our children back.
There is nothing to forgive. It is only right.
We shed tears.
Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
Can I help you? This is a private picnic.
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
Let me have a little peace and quiet, won't you?
Can't talk just now, sorry.
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fist, right?
The Absolute Army is on our doorstep. You want to live? Get out of here before it's too late.
Would everyone please stop going on about the Absolute's army? Lord Gortash is going to sort it all out. You'll see.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on. Kill it. Absorb its power.
So loud.
What am I sensing? You are like me, like I was, a vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry. My vessel. He fought the transformation. He found it excoriating. I can still taste his terror. It is delicious, but will not sustain me. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic to restore our strength. I sense you are underdeveloped. Bring me a brain and I will help you augment yourself. Very well, kin. I shall dine on you.
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential if you consume it.
It's been a long day. I need to rest soon.
The Absolute army will be here any day now.
Fretting. Instead of complaining to me,
What do you remember? Eye color, hairstyle, accent, anything.
They were big. Bet you heard Baldur's Gate was safe, right? Well, it's a bloody lie. They've banned refugees from the city as if we're the problem. Give them a piece of your mind and pieces of your body that dictate those white papers to enter the city.
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington? No doubt you came here to choose from my finds. Wonderful. But I provide. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. Playing to your strength, and when you kill someone, what do you feel? Killing holds no... One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? There's a killer inside you, isn't there? It wouldn't take much to push you over the edge.
Still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. Oh, you could kill him. Let him close and make him feel the tickle of your blade between his ribs. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
What does she want?
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward! Is that so? You've got some evil twin running round whacking people round the back of the head? I'll tell you now, you'll be seeing bloody double when I'm done with you. Oh, you're not wrong. Feels like my brain's been drawn on the anvil. I need a bloody drink. Go on, clear off. I've seen enough of your face today. What do you want now? And go down to the bloody shop. I've got...
Bet you heard Baldur's Gate was safe, right? Well, it's a bloody lie. They've banned refugees from the city as if we're the problem.
If you're after a job, Neverwinter is on the lookout for adventurers. That's where we're headed.
I ain't looking to make friends. Or
If you are in the market for potions, I highly recommend...
You look like you need to clean off the...
Hi! Or maybe you look like you know how to use a spear. Oh, yay! want less? One.
Oh, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Well, it's a good thing I'm the agreeable sort, isn't it? Welcome to the circus of the last days. Have fun, and be sure to catch the star of our show, Tribbles the Clown.
What do you want now? And go down.
Soon the bastards land under us.
What do you want now?
Does this arsehole not understand common? Do you want to buy face paint? Mm.
Only in the most exotic of plays.
What to do?
Enjoying the show? Then you're going to love Dribbles. He's about to perform on stage.
Approach, ugly one. Yes, behold, Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin to win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Let us see if you have luck's favor.
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot. He is cheating.
Alas! No jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this. You dare speak to me as if we were equals? You are a scrap of food in my teeth. The dirt beneath my fingernails. You are nothing. I am, however, feeling gracious, so I will forget this and allow you to spin again. Or I can turn you into something vile. Choose. fury! Doth you worthy? Come, see!
Out of sight, out of mind.
Come, mortals, and try your luck!
Let's get in and out.
Viola Silvertongue.
Caught red-handed. Perhaps you should practice on a mannequin or a corpse.
Ah! Scummy bullbag!
Just on a few interesting.
Caught in the act. Your touch isn't as...
Prizes found only in the most exotic of plays.
This city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
Approach, ugly one. Yes, behold, Akabi's wheel of wonders. Spin to win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Let us see if you have luck's favor. Impossible! You thief! You cheated! Liar! Enjoy the jackpot, muley curt!
Damn that Ginny. Where am I?
Time to press ahead. Something good here, I hope.
Maybe.
What do I have to lose? This calls for careful footing. Have to keep going. Fall by my hand. What path lies before me? Anything of use? Better be cautious. Best be on my way. best be on my way. Should mind my step. What's inside? One day I'll catch a break. If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. On my way. Another step forward. That's a friendly-looking shadow. Breathe deep and move. What now? At the ready. I'm exhausted. We'll have to camp soon. Softer than a whisper. Light on my feet. Very well. This calls for careful footwork.
At least we didn't murder the actual clown. My wounds are too much to bear.
Open up. I'll feel that one later.
I thought you were part of the show at first, but that was real.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. It's a pleasure, darling. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude. As much as I love a good murder, my customers don't. The real Dribbles charms animals and makes puns. Awful puns. Not this. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus. But I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every colour and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say? That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Good luck, and thanks ever so much.
Have to keep going.
The skeleton looks
Clown Man is dead. Oh well. Want a treato? Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Just for you. Bye-bye. Junks and magics for sale. Mostly bloodstain free. Clown Man is dead. Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Just for you. Bye.
How could this happen?
Papa sells good things.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. Breathe quiet. Body part. Is this some kind of display? Time to press ahead.
Oh, how could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And what are you doing here? Out!
You started that fight. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. You're a monster.
That might be worth a look.
It's not the counting house. Get kicked out. So what?
You look a little shell-shocked. Worry not. It's nothing a little music can't fix.
I heard what you did about Dribbles. He was a good egg. Thank you for making sure no one else got hurt.
Blood in the circus without Benji. Aww.
A Baldurian. Good. Lots of unfamiliar faces in the city these days.
Any of the refugees give you hassle, come to us. We know how to handle them.
Dad says there's already too many refugees, and the city can't hold any more. We've got to keep them out.
How could this happen? To Dribbles? To my home? Can't believe we had to rely on a stranger to save us. No offense.
Oh, how could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And
What are you doing here? Out!
Goodness me, that's terrible.
Are you joking?
They let in another horde of refugees.
I heard he has a new show with Buddy the dog.
Really? Buddy is my favourite.
Kick 'em all out.
Are we fixed on supply?
Yeah, well, this time they will help polite. Really put the boat in there.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
Tried.
It won't help us. At least let the children in. We've had nothing but scraps for days.
There's enough blood to make a believer out of anyone.
But your nature's grace, must you be so insensitive?
We had
You want to let
nothing
those
to do
thugs
with
get
this
away
death.
with this?
Those thugs.
If it won't help us, at least let the children in. We loved Father Morgan as you did. We would never hurt him. He had nothing to do with his death.
They take your gold.
Swear it.
Sit on my ass praying.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
I tried.
Please, in the name of the get kicked out.
I have secured a most excellent supply of food.
Don't have that crazy go to the city. Don't have.
Why don't you find it different?
Are you all right?
It won't help us.
I'm
at least let
fine.
the children
You're
in.
the one who took a
We've had
beating.
nothing but scraps for days.
That'll be the end of it. Make things worse.
You want to let those thugs get away with this?
Those thugs work for the guild. They can get away with whatever they
We loved Father Morgan as you did. We would never hurt him. He had nothing to do with his death. The steel was must stop it.
Give them a piece of your mind and pieces of your body to be washing up in Grey Harbour tomorrow.
Packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same.
Mummy, I don't want to leave. Nothing but scraps for
I know.
days.
Feel I'll never win.
We'll be safe in the wild.
This whole situation stinks.
You throw a fit when there's no hot
Are you
water.
decent enough?
You wouldn't last a
They
day
take your
out
soul,
there.
but they leave your
His
ribs
grandfather
intact.
took him as you did. Never hurt
God's
him.
don't give a damn about
He had nothing to do with his death. And I swear it.
You didn't even fight back.
Why don't we talk about something else? Did you try that rabbit? Okay, fine, one hand there.
And you want to talk about bread?
You all right?
Mummy.
I'm fine. You're the one who took a beating.
Survived the beating. That'll be the end of it. Don't make things worse.
It won't help us. At least let the children in. We've had nothing but scraps for days.
We'll be here any day now.
Stop fretting. The Steel Watch will put a stop to them.
Those machines will form a circle round the upper city as soon as the fighting starts. Mark my words.
You did. We would never hurt
What do you remember?
We had nothing to do with his death.
Anything.
I swear it.
And they were angry.
I don't care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
I packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same.
In the name of the crying I don't want to leave.
I know, sweetie. We'll be safe in the wilds. All right?
Our so-called army is probably no the wilds. You throw a fit when there's no hot water. You wouldn't last a day out there.
Situation
At least
is
the children
I'll sit on my ass praying.
nothing but
Robbers are
scraps
usually
for days.
decent enough. They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
Yeah, well, this time they weren't feeling polite. They really put the boot in me.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
We loved Father Lord as you did. We would never hurt him. Why don't we talk about something else? Nothing to do with this.